Hey Squadrant, this video is going to be a quick little update. First and foremost, my hair is purple. It looks more blue in the camera, especially because I'm wearing this, but trust, it's purple. I've been very busy. Working on things, writing things, songs, coming up with more video ideas. But I have been extremely busy. Over the summer I got a job, and then 5 months later I quit because I was simply too anxious and I had school to do. That's another thing. So I've kind of just been like figuring stuff out on my own. The writing is constantly happening though. I've got a lot of fun plans for future videos. Also, I think most of my subscribers came from it's mainly the true crime and or the songs, which both haven't stopped. It's just true crime takes longer because there's more research to put into it. And also I have not recently had the mental capacity to do all that right now, which is weird because normally my seasonal depression happens in the spring, which it's not terrible now, but there have been some things in the background that I've been kind of working through, and there are some things that help. For me it would be spirituality. That's one of the things. I am a polytheist, so I believe in multiple gods and beings. That also influences my writing as well, which is fun. It's a nice little way to kind of vent and get feelings out without having to tell other people. Even though I do consider myself pretty people-oriented, even though I am quite anxious. And if you haven't noticed already, this is also kind of like a get to know me video because I realized I haven't really had one of those. I just kind of put stuff out, which is still fine. But that's another thing too. I like to do a lot of things. Obviously for my channel, I like to skateboard, I like to write songs, do music, I like true crime. I also I literally forgot everything that I like to do. I love theme parks. I hate the spring, love the fall. Bad stuff usually happens to me in the spring, so that's why we have beef. It's an ongoing thing. Recently, I've kind of gotten into learning how to sew, but that's since slowed down since I've gotten busier. Going back to the subscriber thing, I have 500 plus subscribers. I did not think I would get that far, at least not that fast, which I'm very grateful for. But it also makes it that much more disappointing when like it doesn't happen as fast, which makes sense, especially if I'm not putting things out as much. But just because I don't put something out doesn't mean I'm not doing things or that I'm not going to update the channel. It just means that I've been busy, or I think the thing that I'm working on isn't quite ready to be put out yet. or that it just fell through and I didn't really know how to fix it. But like I said before, I've got a couple ideas for future videos. I want to get into cooking, and also I am an English major at school, so I kind of want to do like literary review. There are very few things I don't like, at least in regards to like art. I think I want to do almost every single art form, whether that be like theater, film, traditional art. I really like drawing faces. I'm really good at drawing faces in like a realistic pencil sketch. They're some of my favorites to do because they're predictable, but also I can just pick up a reference image, listen to music, and have it done within like however many hours. Usually it's like 3 to 5. Picking it up and putting it down, obviously. Like I said before, I'm into spiritual things. I'm into tarot. Is there anything else? There's always something else. I'm really into learning about like, this is a more recent thing, but usually when I've picked up a book, it hasn't been like fantasy unless it's like for school, but usually I've been into like a lot more scientifically accurate things, or like history, which is not a problem. It just kind of confused me because I was like, where did this come from? Miss Academia, who is she? I think that though, with liking all those things and doing all those things, it does come at a cost, because there's obviously time put into it, but there's also money, and those are like things that obviously no one ever has enough unless you were like born really well off. But I'm not complaining. I'm just out here talking. Not just a talk, but this is like obviously, like I said, it's just like a get to know me on a more personal level, instead of just like, yeah, you can kind of see it through the lens of like little short films I've done and songs and covers and whatever else is on my channel. I forgot. Even though I've uploaded like, what, 150 videos? That's crazy to me. 150 videos that are at least out right now because they weren't privated. 150 videos and 500 plus subscribers. That's insane to me. I kind of can't wrap my head around it. But thank you. I'm also very grateful. I got to perform last week, live at an actual venue, which was crazy. I don't know what I was expecting. A mutual friend of mine recommended them to me. He sent them over. He was like, hey, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but look into them. Then I went on their website, went in their little artist inquiry section and was like, hey, I'm an artist. Is there a way I can sign up? And then they got back to me and they were like, send us some of your stuff. So I sent them some of the YouTube songs that I did, as well as, I think it might have been from TikTok or Instagram, but I sent them there. And then they got back to me and were like, yeah, we'd love to have you. And then they brought me in, and that was really cool. Some of my friends came to see it. My pops is there too. He got the video. That is the video before this one was posted. So if you want to go look at that, it's on the channel. I did my songs Electric Blue, Scarlet Star, and Rickety Also, I dyed my nails purple on accident, so it is what it is. Sometimes you just dye your nails purple on accident. It's a thing that happens. Also, as you can see behind me, I've got action figure Nightwing, we're matching, and then I've got Stolas, and then there's Robin. One thing about me is I love action figures, especially if they're DC. I like video games. That's another thing. I do enjoy gaming, but the reason I have not posted any is because the camera I used for that is broken and I don't really have a good setup for it right now. But once I do get one, the games will continue, and hopefully eventually in the future. I doubt anytime recently soon, but maybe like 3 or 4 years I'll have like a regularly semi-consistent upload schedule that makes sense. So like on a certain day a certain thing gets dropped, next day other thing gets dropped, but then, you know, obviously there's probably going to be some other things that happen where I'll do a video more in this style where it's just like a sit down and talk, because, you know, sometimes that's just nice to have. It's nice to have just like a little thing that's not like things getting spouted at you and then cut after cut after cut, which I get it. Short attention span, who doesn't nowadays? But also sometimes it's nice to kind of just sit and listen. Like sometimes I'll find myself listening to videos like their podcasts when I'm like cleaning my room or something. And that's just like a nice thing to have. It's kind of like a friend is just talking to you, forcing you to get your act together. Which is nice. It's a good little reminder, like it's like a nice little grounding experience for anyone, really. I feel like I'm rambling on, which is kind of the point of this, is just to talk. Because I'm trying something different. I don't know if it would resonate with many people. I'm guessing it'll resonate with a few. I'm hoping my disdain for spring does, because listen, as pretty as it is, allergies, I find it overrated, and bad stuff happens to me in the spring. That's just the way it is. I don't know why. I don't think the curse has been lifted yet. If it does get lifted somehow, I'll let you know. It has not yet. I guess it's weird to consider like that technically now is winter, but it hasn't felt like fall and it hasn't felt like winter. It's felt like a hybrid of summer to fall, at least where I am, which I don't like. Like the leaves were there for 2 seconds and then boom, gone. It has been so hot at the strangest times and cold at weirder times. I think it has kind of mellowed out a little bit and made a little bit more sense, but also all my outfits are more fitting for fall and winter, which go figure. Also, I think I've talked about music, I've talked about the games, I've talked about true crime. Short films, those I want to do more. Hopefully I'll get a camera for Christmas that I can do more of those on, because I really enjoy doing those and I like seeing the reaction to them. So hopefully that'll take care of that. There's something I'm forgetting. I was gonna say something that I forgot because I went on. Oh yes, okay. Running. I run for fun, obviously because it's healthy, but I do go through withdrawals because I did running in high school for cross country and track. And then I stopped once I got to college, but I still kind of did my free time and still do, but I think it'd be fun to do like a little, like a, not running vlog, but like, yes. So it would be kind of just like a rundown of like what I did that day, how I did it, etc. Even though it's not that deep, like it's running. Usually if I just need to run for a little bit, it'll be 30 minutes max. There was a time I could do 90 minutes. That was fun. I could run for the length of an average movie. I don't think I ever quite got to 2 hours. I think that's gonna be one of my goals because I want to be able to do a half marathon and then work my way up to a full marathon, which I know I can do. I just haven't like done anything to help that recently. But I also think it would be good for mental health, obviously. I think that's all I want to say for now. But if anyone has any suggestions for more video ideas, I'm very down to hear it. Also, I think I'll probably do more vlogs down the line, just of things I'm doing, as long as I have like the itinerary for what I'm doing way in advance, because a lot of stuff comes up where I just like, I can't make a video if I'm not prepared, you know, because otherwise it would just be like a montage, which they're cool, but it would just be a montage that made no sense. And I'd like something to be planned in order for me to make it. So I think as long as I have like a general idea of what I'm doing, that should be fine. So cooking, reviews, games, true crime, vlogs,